Good morning, guys. So 23rd of March, we've got Jimmy back from his Texas trip. Hey Jimmy.
Morning.
You're looking rather tanned.
Healthy glow.
That's it. You need a bit of sun. I can't wait for some sun, mate. He
He's
came in and said, "Oh, it's so cold this morning." I goes, "Good job you didn't win last week because it was absolutely frozen last week." So anyway, this morning we've got Jimmy's doing some tyres on a car, on a GTR. He's going to quickly check my Lambo over before Remain comes next week. So final inspection, and then he's starting to work on a GTR VR38 engine as well. Jan is working on an R8, a 12C, a 33 and a Supra, getting cars ready for next week. Scott is working between a BMW and a GTR. We're waiting for a BMW part to arrive. That's held proceedings, so he's jumping on the other ramp and sort of starting on a GTR that was meant to be starting next week. So that kind of happens sometimes when parts don't turn up or something breaks or unforeseen happens, you know. Kyle is still working on Warren's car. He's working there with Ben. They are finishing off the dry sum system. Dean is on Ross's car. Matty's got an S15 and a Maserati to do today. Chris is off down south. He's up north to EcoTune to get a file put back to stock on Paul's Audi TTRS. Issue being is the ECU is locked and we cannot flash it, and the way TVS do it is you have to go back to them to get that file took off. So Chris is on a little journey with that Audi. Dale is prepping some cars. Haggy is doing the office stuff, and same as me. So now let's go to the shop and see what the guys are doing. Fabrication on Warren's car. I'm going to spin this round and explain what's going on there. So Warren's car is having some fabrication done. Because of the dry sum system, you have to modify the anti-roll bar. You get like an extension kit. I'll go through that later and show you once Ben is finished with Kyle in there. They are busy finishing that off today. Jan has finished Ali's car off. He's put the new turbo, a new oil return as well that we've done for him, and we are just now on Caroline's car. Scotty and Jan is having a look at that now. Cybex ECU is getting installed and get ready for Remain. I'll turn around and show you the other GTR that Scott's working on. So Scott is working on this car we built 2 or 3 years ago for some maintenance in. We're also putting a 4-wheel drive controller. And that's like a 1,000 horsepower car. It's done about, looking at the MOTs, I think he's done about 12,000 miles since he's had it. So it just shows you, you know, performance, 1,000 horsepower, 12,000 miles in it. Apart from servicing, it's been pretty much bulletproof really. Gearbox and engine still spot on. So Scott's going to get his car probably next month, ready for the good weather. BMW, we are waiting on a part to come from BMW, but you can see it's fully stripped. There we go, fully stripped. So that's getting a crank hub installation. You can see everything's off on the bottom. So it's a Gintani crank hub that Scott's fitting. Dean is working on Ross's car. I'll find Dean in a second and see what he's up to today. Guys, I found Dean. So Dean, I think looking at it, we're probably doing hubs and prop.
So we've done 2 rear wheel bearings. With his motorsport ABS, it needs wheel speed sensors, and unfortunately the tone rings on the rear hubs were missing. So there's a tone ring that goes on the back of these hubs. You see the bolts for it there. Just a tooth ring that bolts into the back of it, and they're both missing. So before we can fully assemble the rear hubs, we're going to get them tone rings back on.
Yeah, so you're just progressing the wiring as well today?
Yeah, wiring as well as these hubs. He's got his carbon prop on, so he's got a drive shaft shop carbon prop.
Which we've had one before, haven't we? I'm just going to show you that prop. So guys, we had one of these props on Path Stealth GTR, and it lasted 1 launch, and it literally obliterated. Not a dig at DSS, but it just shows you how good the OEM stuff can be.
Yeah, the GTR OEM drive prop shafts are really good. They handle the power really well.
Yeah, well, I think I broke one original one, and Chris has broke one DSS. But I mean, one original for about 10 years is pretty good.
DSS drive shafts, don't we? And they seem to be held up pretty well. It's just
Yeah,
the box shaft they've added
yeah.
into
So we use the DSS drive shaft shop axles on the rear, and they're pretty good. So yeah, pretty good for that. Let me go and see what else I can show you. Hamid's car is there, but we're still waiting for his new gear set, and obviously for Kyle to do some overtime to get that done before the 18th of April, I hope. So yeah, let me see if I can catch Kyle and Ben quickly. So Ben's finished some lovely welding on there. Look at that weld. So as you saw before, he was busy welding. So Kyle, can you explain what that is and what it's for?
So we've had to put a plate on to abrogate the anti-roll bar to move it forward because of the dry sun system. So as you can see, the big pipe work here, it sits in the way of the anti-roll bar on the standard fitment.
Yeah.
So it actually moves forward.
And this is part of the kit anyway when you buy the
Yeah,
dry
when
sum
you get the
system.
dry sum,
yeah,
yeah.
so if you want obviously a dry sum, you get these extenders, and then you have to basically do that kind of weld modification.
Obviously
So-
the lugs will get grinded off so it's flush. Then you've got your
So
two
you can
bolt
mount the
holes.
anti-roll bar there. Yeah. Cool, so we'll let Kyle crack on with that. You can see guys, the lads are very busy today. It's first thing in the morning, I'm just going to let them crack on. I do have the Haggy. Haggy, I believe you put a nice story yesterday on some wheels.
I did indeed, Dazzers, big Dazzers,
Yeah.
wheels, yeah.
So he's going to do a little vlog on them to show you what he can get
Yeah.
from Japan, because this guy has got eyes like a hawk for stuff in Japan.
Yeah, especially as well, and you've got the real side mirrors as well.
He's actually got
everyone
two
likes-
sets, haven't you?
Yeah, bought 2 sets over, so yeah, so if you need some rare parts, I'm
Yeah.
your man, yeah.
Yeah, so Haggy's going to do a little bit of vlog on the parts and show you what you can get for you from Yahoo and stuff like that. So for now guys, I'm going to concentrate on the office stuff, and then I shall see you later on. Thumbnail for Haggy, Mr. TNE. And while I'm here, Haggy's going to do a little bit of speaking about Yahoo. So Callum, you are the JDM legend
Well, that's
who
what they
deals
say,
with
innit?
all the Yahoo stuff at GM. So for
Yeah.
anybody that wants Yahoo parts,
Yeah.
contact you, which is sales@jmimports. So these beautiful rare wheels,
Discontinued next of the day.
Haggy has found
Yeah.
them. So yeah, so Haggy's actually going to post these today on the GM page,
Mhm.
and he's going to put about what he does and what he can offer. But anything rare, anything you can see in Yahoo, providing they're a decent sort of size for shipping, Haggy is the man to sort it.
Indeed, and like I say, on these ones here, the R35 lads know, especially the drag lads, these are the only wheels which will clear the brakes on R35 as well. So there's a lot of people who did run them, but Volk, for some weird reason I do not know, discontinued the 12J rims. So a lot of these now are used, so I managed to track these down in Japan. These are brand new, discontinued sizes, so Daz, you're a lucky man, aren't you?
So a small update in the workshop. Chris is on his way back from Scotland. As you've seen, Haggy's bought some parts from Yahoo, so if you need that, hit Haggy up. Tomorrow's Friday. It's so busy at the minute, trying to get things done. So yeah, we're just cracking on and just trying to get things done. So it's kebab night tonight, so you might see us later on. But for now, guys, I'm going to have to do a shoot, and I should be in touch soon. Thursday night, I've got back from football with my little boy, and Chris is back. T&E's over there doing some editing. Callum is there eating a kebab. He knew that was going to... No, I'm eating a kebab as well. Look, we're all having a kebab. It's just that Callum says I always seem to get him when he's eating food, but it's just obviously the timing of things. So yeah, busy day. Tomorrow we've got a lot on as well. Got to finish some cars for Remain coming. So yeah, keep watching and supporting the channel. So for now, we're going to enjoy the kebab and see you guys later. So that is all for today, guys. I hope you like the videos we're doing. Don't forget to subscribe, like the channel, share, comment, good, bad. Okay.